Good morning, Susie Cobden here. Today I wanted to speak about law of attraction and manifesting. Now, it's a 3-step process and a 3-stage process. Now, the first step is asking, and the more clarity we have in the asking, the more likelihood we're going to have of getting what we want, exactly what we want. I always ask for something and then say this or something better, because my source, my inner being, knows exactly what I want. Now, you can do the asking out loud, and that's very powerful to actually physically ask, because you're getting your whole body involved. You know, you're speaking it out loud and you can hear it. So all of your senses are coming into alignment with you to help make that happen. You must ask from a place of high frequency, of believing that you're going to have it and knowing that it'll be delivered in the right time. The clearer you are and the less hesitancy you have in the asking, the more strong your beliefs are that you will actually receive this item, the quicker it will manifest. So that's the first step, is the asking. The second step is not yours to worry about. The second step happens instantly as soon as you do the asking. Now, as soon as you ask for something, and sorry, you may not have to ask, because every time you see something you don't want, you're doing an asking, an energetic asking anyhow. So we're asking all day, every day, for things that consciously we might not even recognise we're asking for. So then we go to step 2. Step 2 is allowing. Step 2 is the delivery. So it's not our step. Step 2 is source, our higher self. And every time there is an asking, our higher self instantly becomes us with whatever it is that we've been asking for. So there's an energetic change in our higher self every time we have an asking for something. So step 2 is higher self, is source energy that delivers. Step 3 is putting ourselves into a place of allowing. Allowing means to come into energetic alignment. It's like paying for it. Instead of pulling out your wallet, you've got to move into a place of expectation, of joy, of happiness, and it might not even be on that subject. If you're generally a happy person, if you are hanging out in those higher frequencies of joy and love, then you will find that lots of things that you're asking for are being delivered really quickly. But allowing means letting go. It means not holding on to what you've just asked for. You know, every time you ask for it again, or every time you remember you're asking, you're noticing that it's not here, you're actually delaying the delivery of it. So in the 3 steps is clear asking, letting go, and then moving into the frequency of joy, of happiness, of love. If you know the frequency of what you're asking for, if you've been there before and you can remember what it was like last time you received it and those feelings that you had, then you can go there again, because your body remembers the sensations and the feelings and the energy of it. So just by a simple memory of past, in this case only good memories, because those negative memories, those ones that we don't want to repeat, will actually pull us down. So if you've got good memories about the situation happening before, or you can put yourself in that place of feeling like you've already got it, that's an excellent vibration for receiving. And then just let it go. But the more time that you spend in joy and happiness on any subject, you're actually in alignment with all the delicious things that you've been asking for. So that's your 3 steps. Now the 3 stages are a little bit more tricky. The first stage is the asking and the coming into alignment with it and the letting go. So those 3 steps are incorporated in the first stage, and all's good. You know, you're feeling excited about what you've just asked for, feeling as if you've already got it, or feeling in a place of joy and happiness, knowing that it will be delivered when the time's right and you've let it go. Now the second stage is what throws most of us into a spin cycle and delays the delivery of what we're asking for. And that's where generally our mind jumps in and says, you know, well, it hasn't happened. You know, you need to get real. You know, you need to get a job, or, you know, this is all nonsense. What do you think you're doing? You know, is any of this real? So that questioning is coming from the mind, the ego self, who only knows and responds according to past experiences. Now, your ego mind doesn't know anything new. It's like a tape recorder. You know, it pulls past experience up and it runs on the beliefs that you've got inside. Now, in stage 2, the quicker you can actually say, okay, I hear you. Thank you, mind, for reminding me of these doubts that may still be lingering. However, you know, even though these thoughts have served me in the past, I've moved on and I am going to stand firm in my new beliefs. So thank you very much for warning me of perhaps imminent failure, but I'm not going to allow those thoughts to interfere with the process that I've got going. So thank you very much, and let it go, move on. Now this stage can be just a few minutes or hours or days or months, depending on whether you let your mind, your old thoughts, run the show again. So it's really up to you to stand in your new knowing, in your power, and not waver. So that's stage 2. Stage 3 is moving back into the place of knowing that the delivery has been placed and that it's on its way to you. And moving back into those frequencies of love, of joy, of expectation, or just general gratitude. You know, when we can be in gratitude, we open the door to happiness, and everything we want, it becomes available to us. You know, in gratitude and happiness and joy and love, that's the place where magic can happen, and it can happen instantly. It's the place where we're standing in our power, in our self-love, in the assurance that we are the powerful creators of us, and nobody else has any control over our life unless we give it to them. So 3 steps: ask, the universe delivers, you move into allowing. And then the 3 stages is asking, the excitement. The stage 2 is where generally the mind will come back in and question what's going on, and that can be as short as just a few minutes, and you can move on. As we get more proficient and more confident in our manifesting, once we've experienced it a few times and we understand how it all works, stage 2 pretty much becomes non-existent. And then we move into the stage 3 of really just knowing it's coming or receiving. You know, stage 3 is really where all the magic comes together and we start to enjoy those manifestations that we've been asking for. So I hope this clarifies a few things. Yeah, would love some comments and some feedback below, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye bye.